crowd, they're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Well, now how about this return? Now, they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. This defense for the Dolphins, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Chicago! David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's complete to Fuller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
44, Mike, 44.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results.
Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. 30, 10, 5, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Miami. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Dante Hightower on the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 19.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They snap it to Fields. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as the Bears push further out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Dolphins 7. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Stephen Carter taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Into the secondary past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. On 1st down, Montgomery. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 88 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Dolphins 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Gaskin. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Rush in.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw again on second down. Tua. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. He's got Fuller. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field. That one now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Panthers. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Fields on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On second and very short, Tua. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And Gaskin, I don't think he got there. No, they're going to mark him short.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Tua on 4th down.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Not sure I agree with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agree with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
62 yards on the ground for him so far. On 2nd and 2, Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Gaskin.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Myles Gaskin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Play action. It's Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out of the gun, Fields.
A solid stiff arm. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
To throw is Fields.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect, bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
On first down, Tagovailoa throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give. This is Montgomery. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Montgomery. A 1st down and then some for Montgomery. And finally down at the 32-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Dolphins 28.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Tua now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brooks. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Tua. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Fields. Able to find Kmet. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
On 1st down, Fields. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run with Gaskin. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. This from 51 yards for the win. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. This from 51 yards for the win. It's on target, and it's good. From 51 yards out, he drills it. And it'll be a good time in
South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won.